nuclear glass all over the earth that exists in that time period. And it seems like something happened that reset civilization.
Are you ready to embark on an epic journey into the heart of the Sahara Desert, the ultimate mystery zone? And guess what? Our buddy Joe Rogan is here to be your guide on this roller coaster ride. Buckle up. We're unearthing jaw-dropping discoveries hidden beneath the desert floor. And it's all tied to the legendary Atlantis. Yep, Atlantis. The stuff of legends. Can you believe it might have finally been found? We're talking about a connection so wild, it'll leave you speechless. So don't even think about skipping the video. You're in for an adventure of a lifetime. Get your popcorn ready and let's roll. What is Sahara? The word Sahara comes from the Arabic word ayar, which means desert. So no surprise there, right? But hold on to your hats because we're diving into the nitty-gritty of the world's biggest hot sandbox. We're talking about the Sahara, a whopping 3.6 million square miles of scorching sands right there in North Africa. And guess what? This desert isn't shy. It's showing off in 11 countries: Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Sudan, and Tunisia. But wait, there's more. This isn't your average desert. It's a land of extremes, with crazy temps and almost no rain. Plus, it's got the world's biggest sand dune, Erg Chebi. We're talking 25% of all the world's sand dunes right here. But here's the kicker. Buried under those gigantic dunes, there's history. Ancient civilizations, critters, and even people. And just when you thought it couldn't get cooler, there's this mystical place called the Eye of the Sahara. It's so unique. Even scientists are scratching their heads. You can spot it from space, and it's got this cool nickname, the Richat Structure. It's like a massive bullseye on the west side of the Sahara in Mauritania, stretching out 25 miles. Now, isn't that something? Who is Joe Rogan? So, ever since this discovery dropped, it's been like a giant puzzle with scientists and experts huddling up to figure it out. And you know what makes it even more exciting? Joe Rogan, the guy who's always digging for the juiciest stories, is on the case. Now, for those who don't know, Joe Rogan is the ultimate jack of all trades, comedian, podcast guru, and even an MMA commentator. He's famous for the Joe Rogan Experience, a show that's dropped some mind-blowing knowledge bombs since 2009. But here's the kicker. He's brought the Eye of the Sahara onto his platform, and what they've uncovered is mind-boggling. It's all about Atlantis, the stuff of legends. Now, Atlantis isn't your run-of-the-mill city, it's like something out of a fantasy novel. Plato spun the tale, describing it as a utopian empire founded by part gods, part humans, with a super-advanced civilization and naval supremacy. Picture this: 5 rings of land and water, all connected by canals, a wildlife paradise, and riches beyond belief. But here's where it gets intense. Atlantis met a catastrophic end, thanks to a comet and a monstrous tsunami. The catch: nobody knew where Atlantis actually was. It was like chasing a ghost. But hold on to your seats, because it looks like the legendary Atlantis might have been hiding right under the Eye of the Sahara this whole time. How? Well, Joe Rogan's got some credible sources to spill the beans. The Eye of the Sahara. Now hang on tight, because Joe Rogan, with his knack for bringing the most mind-bending stories to the table, has outdone himself this time. He's got Jimmy Corsetti in the hot seat, and this guy's got some earth-shattering revelations right at his fingertips. But who is Jimmy Corsetti, you ask? Well, he's an independent researcher for Bright Insights, and his jam is diving headfirst into ancient mysteries and lost civilizations. You know Joe Rogan, he loves these kinds of folks on his show. Now let's talk about what Jimmy has to say about the Eye of the Sahara. Buckle up! On the show, Jimmy dives deep into his fascination with Atlantis. And guess what? He claims he's found some jaw-dropping evidence that says the capital city of Atlantis is none other than the Eye of the Sahara. Sounds crazy, right? But hold on. He's got some points. For starters, Atlantis is supposed to be a city with rings of land and water, and there's a sea to the south. Well, guess what? The Eye of the Sahara has a similar ring-like formation, which Corsetti says is a match, but here's the kicker that's been leaving some scientists scratching their heads: the whole sea to the south thing. Corsetti argues that the Sahara wasn't always a desert. Recent scientific findings back this up, revealing a pattern of arid and green seasons every 20,000 years. This pattern, driven by the African monsoonal climate response to changes in Earth's orbit, is known as the African Humid Period. Here's the shocker. The The Sahara only became a desert about 5,000 years ago, long after Atlantis supposedly met its doom around 11,600 years ago. Mind officially blown. Why did Atlantis exist? Shockingly, it turns out that the date of Atlantis' existence aligns with a time when the Sahara wasn't a desert at all, but a lush paradise. Picture this: a Sahara teeming with life, including elephants, giraffes, hippos, and aurochs. Rivers and freshwater lakes crisscrossed the region, and the crown jewel was Mega Lake Chad, dwarfing all of North America's lakes combined. Today, you can still see evidence of this enormous water body in an underwater canyon off the coast of Mauritania called Tamanrasset. Now here's where it gets interesting. The first king of Mauritania, the region where the Eye of the Sahara is, was named Atlas. Yes, just like the legendary Atlas associated with Atlantis. And remember, Atlantis was said to be rich in gold. Well, Mauritania happens to be a gold-rich region. It's even home to the richest person in history, Mansa Musa, who was part of the Mali Empire, which overlaps with Mauritania. And let's not forget about the elephants, a feature of Atlantis. Where else would you find these magnificent creatures but in Mauritania? The circular Richat structure, about 30 miles wide, fits Plato's description of Atlantis perfectly. But what about Atlantis' supposed destruction? There's some evidence to suggest that the Eye of the Sahara could hold the answers. Atlantis was said to have met its doom around 11,600 years ago, possibly due to a nuclear explosion triggered by a comet impact that led to massive floods and tsunamis. Remarkably, pieces of nuclear glass, indicative of a nuclear explosion, can be found in the region's soil. And there's evidence of a tsunami too. Fluvial striation, a telltale sign of massive water erosion, can be seen all over the Sahara Desert, including the Eye. Corsetti even points out white blemishes in the south, suggesting salt deposits from past submersion. Now conventional scientists might raise their eyebrows at the tsunami idea, but Corsetti's got something up his sleeve. He argues that the Sahara saw ocean incursions much more recently than previously believed. Take Emi Koussi, a volcano in Chad, for instance. Water erosion cuts right through the lava flow to the south of the volcano. But here's the kicker. Emi Koussi is only about 1.2 to 2.3 million years old, far younger than the last Sahara ocean incursion, believed to be 56 to 66 million years ago. The salt formation that sealed off lava flow here dates back just 12,000 years, not millions. If you look closely around the Eye, you'll spot more clues. Water ripples that resemble the ocean's sandy bottom when waves break. It's clear that a flood overwhelmed the region around 12,000 years ago, questioning the beliefs of conventional science. Now, this isn't the first time a discovery has shaken up established scientific thinking. Just think about Göbekli Tepe, but no matter where the evidence leads, it's crucial to uncover the truth. And that was all for this video, folks. We hope you enjoyed it. If yes, remember to hit the like button. Let us know your thoughts on this mission in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like these.